Right, what's up guys? Today I've been given the keys to my buddy Sam's 2008-2009 Honda Civic Type R. So this isn't actually a modified car, so to say. This is more of a performance review on why you would rather buy one of these to the older Civic that I reviewed. Why would you buy the newer one? Now the seats are quite fitting. They're fitting round the middle for me, which is nice, but at the top they're a bit too fitting. So I feel like I'm sat above the seat, so to say, like sat on the actual sides of the seat, which is fine, you know. Just feels like I'm not fully sat in the seat enough to give it full shit anywhere, do you know what I mean? Getting into this car, you're straight away met with the digital display. Now I like that, I think it's cool. It's right where you need it to be, which is just underneath your eye line from when you're going along, which is nice. I like that feature. I think that that's a good place to put it. So the centre dial in the middle it's quite cool. I quite like it. It's quite space age. The thing you are met with is the fact that it's got not a lot of petrol, and it's constantly flashing in your face that it's got no petrol. Steering wheel is lovely though. I really like the steering wheel feel. The feel of the steering wheel is really nice. So let's test her out and see what sort of power she is. Now for standard, very nice for standard. Now these run 198 brake from standard, which is good. I think that's pretty good considering this hasn't been molested, so to say, or modified or anything like that. So the power delivery isn't as savage as the other Civic Type R that I've driven. Obviously that's a lot more modified. It had, you know, stuff on it, you know, it was older, so you're going to feel more of the engine. But the power delivery when it does come on VTEC is nice. It gives it a little kick, you know, it gives it a little sound. Interior wise, it's a nice place to be. The everything sort of surrounds you. The dials all surround you, it surrounds the passenger. So like the heater inside the car is here, it's like surrounding you. This side you've got like an air vent, you've got your light, your thing. Plus you've got an engine start button, which I like. I like the whole engine start thing, I think that's cool. I do like the way Honda had sort of kept with the feel of the Type R name. They sort of have used previous designs but updated them, so you've still got the red mats, and you've still got like the red parts of the interior. The bucket seats still say Type R on them, which is nice, and they're like a suede-y sort of quite nice though. They're different to the Recaras that I was used to in the other Type R. These are a lot more figure hugging, I think the word is. Right, let's put some petrol in her. Petrol stations are funny, aren't they? Guy in front of me's just got out of the car and has taken 27 seconds to put on a jumper. He still hasn't actually started filling the car up with petrol yet. Now he's starting to fill the car up with petrol. I just don't understand people that do that. Just get in and out, just do it. Just get in your car, get it done, get out the other side, it's all gravy. So the only problem to note is when he bought the car, it was fine, you know, running perfect and stuff like that. And for some reason, the ECU decided to just stop working. So it completely killed the car. It had to be sent off, and obviously that's cost a lot of money to get redone. That's something to note, that's quite a big thing to go wrong for such a new car. Oh my God, come on. Oh, here we go. Come on. And we're back. If I can get the key out of my pocket. Exciting. Right, let's go take this up to a road you should like. So driving wise, it's quite nice. It's quite stiff for a standard car, but it's still quite nice. The seats for me don't go low enough, but the dash has 2 levels, so you feel like you're on top of everything anyway. It's a weird feeling. It is a weird feeling, but it's quite nice. The fact that it says Type R right there is a cool thing. I like that. Made myself sound like a pirate then, didn't I? Type R. The clutch is of a new car, so to say. So you sort of get the quite nice non-stiff feel from the clutch. You wouldn't feel it after a long journey or to be sat in traffic for a long time, which is good. The fact there's so much traffic around today is just doing my head in. Just sat here behind a bloody caravan. No one's letting him out because he's a caravan. You're not going to let a caravan out, are you? Because as Top Gear has drilled into our brain, they are the menace of the roads. So as it comes on VTEC, it's a bit strange. I'm used to, from a VTEC car, a lot more happening. It's not a criticism, because I think daily you don't want as much to happen, so it's sort of alright. But I think, like, you know, if you were going to put an induction kit and you were going to put an exhaust on it, then yeah, it would enhance the sound and the sort of VTEC kick. But as standard, it's not as exciting as I want it to be, I think the word is. But it's still nice, it's still usable power, which is what you want. So driving along normally, you've got 6 gears, so you just drop it into 6th. And it's nice, there's no sound from the engine, not a lot of wind noise. It's a nice place to be. So for everyday wise, as you can see by the car seats behind me, it's usable, it's a really usable car. Do you know what I have just noticed? There's a temperature button on the passenger side armrest. So the temperature for the heater, that's weird. Is it just me or is that weird? I suppose because everything's like sort of pointing my direction. It's only there. It's a lot of, well, I don't know. So Sam showed me, I didn't know this, these have got sort of a rev limiter in first gear, so you can't rev it past 4.5 grand when you're stationary, which is cool because it's like a launch, I suppose, launch limiter. So we'll try that out in a minute, see what that's like. Whee! What's that all about? And now I can't get the bloody seatbelt again. So this, compared to the other Type R that I've reviewed, this is a completely different car in my opinion. It's a lot newer, so it doesn't have the raw drivability of the other one. But where the other one lacks in everyday, you know, usability, this excels. You can still get your kids in the back, and you've still got a big boot. So yeah, everyday drivability, I think this car excels. It's really nice to drive. It's really nice to be in for a, you know, I suppose a long period of time if you wanted to take it quite far on the motorway and stuff like that. Compared to the other Type R, which is a B-road basher, it is all about the experience of driving it. It is a car that you would have sat and then you'd use it, rather than this, which is the everyday version of that. It's got its sporty side, but it's got its practical side as well. So you can still get, you know, everything you want in it, which is good. I will have to say though, and from other reviews, you know, we've seen it on Top Gear and stuff like that, the rear wing is so stupid. Like literally, it's right there. It's right there. And if you've never driven one of these, you won't really know that it's right there. It is literally exactly where you don't want it to be. So I think if you're after sort of a performance car that can do everything at the same time, that isn't turbo, but you still want VTEC and you still want a Honda, then I think this is the car for you. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Although it wasn't a modified car review, it was a performance car review, which is a little bit different. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.